guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I did a Gigi Hadid inspired makeup look. So I saw a photo of her at the Milan Fashion Week for Versace, I think it's right here. I thought her makeup looked really nice. It's really bronzed and I loved her eye makeup, so I tried to recreate it. I couldn't get the inner corners because I don't have like glitter or anything like that to mimic that strong white highlight that she has. But I tried my best, so if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching.
Okay, so we're gonna start with the eyes. Don't mind the pimples, you know, it's that time of the month. But yeah, so we're just gonna start with primer. I'm just gonna prime my eyes. This is the Benefit Stay Don't Stray in light medium. And just putting it all over the lid. And then I'm taking a white eyeshadow. You can take any powder here, just to set that primer that we have down. Next, I'm just going to take two shades. We're going to start working on the crease. I'm just going to take this brown shade and this orangey kind of shade, just because her crease looked quite warm in the photo. So I'm just trying to mimic that, and we're just going to put that in the crease. And then here I'm just using a kind of flat-ish blending brush. And then now I'm just blending the edges out just to make sure we don't have any harsh lines. That's just a big fluffy brush. And then we're gonna go in with this goldish kind of shade, and I'm gonna put that all over the lid, just because in the photo she didn't really look like she had much eyeshadow on her lid, so I thought this would be a good neutral to put all over the lid. And then we're just gonna deepen up the crease. I'm gonna take this dark kind of cool toned brown, and I'm just gonna focus that on the outer third of the eye and the outer V as well. And then I'm just using the crease brush just to blend out again any harsh lines. And then I'm going back with the first combination of colors, just again in the crease, to sort of amplify that warmth of the crease. And then again taking the big fluffy brush just to blend everything out and make sure everything is nicely blended and we don't have any harsh lines. And then I'm taking the small detailer brush and I'm just gonna use a little bit of Fix Plus and that gold shade that we took for the lid. The Fix Plus is just gonna make the gold a little bit more obvious, just because I felt like the gold wasn't really showing up at first. And then I'm just taking this tiny brush and I'm again gonna use some Fix Plus, and I'm gonna take this white-ish kind of shade and I'm gonna put that on the inner corner or the tear duct of the eye, just to mimic her white shadow. But then after that I wasn't kind of satisfied with it, so I took Becca's Moonstone. It's a kind of light champagne color, so I just put that on the inner corner as well, and you can see that was a lot better than the first eyeshadow that we took. Done for the eyes for now. We're gonna move on to the face. So first I'm gonna hydrate those pimple spots, just because a lot of the products that we use on pimples can sometimes dry out the skin and makeup can look cakey on top of it, so you want to make sure that you hydrate these areas properly. And then I'm just gonna use a smoothing primer, just like a pore filling primer, just in the center of the face. This is the Makeup Forever smoothing primer. And then for foundation, we're going to be using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation as usual, just because I think her makeup looked quite matte, so that's why I'm using this foundation. And then I'm just blending that out with a beauty blender. And then next we're going to be using the MAC Pro Longwear concealer. This is in NC30, and we're just gonna cover up those pimple spots that the foundation kind of didn't cover. And then we're going to be taking the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is in Tan Light. We're just going to brighten up under the eyes and yeah, conceal any dark circles or darkness that we have under there. And again, blending that out with a beauty blender. And then now we're just gonna powder the face. I'm gonna be using Laura Mercier's loose translucent powder, and I'm just first again taking it on a small tiny brush just under the eyes and throughout the center of the face, and then I'm gonna be using a big fluffy brush on the rest of the face. Once we've mattified our face, I'm just going to go in with bronzer. This is the Nars Laguna bronzer, and we're going to go to town with it because in the photo she had really bronzed skin. So yeah, and I chose this one over the Too Faced one just because I feel like it's warmer, and yeah. And then we're going to just blend out any harsh lines using our face powder brush. And then next I'm going to take this Makeup Store micro shadow in Smog and a kind of squarish rectangularish brush. This is the Zoeva face paint brush, and we're just going to contour out our cheekbones because obviously Gigi Hadid has killer cheekbones. So yeah, and then we're just going to blend it out again with the bronzer brush and then contouring our nose and blending it out. And then for blush, I'm going to be using MAC Peaches. It's this kind of peachy color on the bottom left-hand corner. And I think it just kind of matches the bronzer really well because of its warmth. So yeah, that's why I chose that blush. And then, as usual, we are going to blend that out again with our face powder brush. And then for highlight, of course, we're going to be using Becca's Moonstone again. And I'm just going to take that on the tops of the cheekbones, down the bridge of the nose, and a little bit on the cupid's bow. Next, we're going to move to brows. I'm using the Anastasia Brow Definer in medium brown. And I'm just going to create a kind of elongated kind of eyebrow with a slightly higher arch than I would usually, just mimicking her eyebrows in the photo. And then just setting that with the L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper. And then going back to the eyes, I'm going to take back a Moonstone again and just top up the inner tear duct just because some of it might have been blended away by the foundation and powder and all that jazz. So yeah, just checking that it looks really bright. And then I'm just going to take this light brownish cocoa kind of color just on the lower lash line. Under the eyes. I'm taking such a light color because I didn't really see much of eyeshadow under her eyes, so yep. And then I'm just going to take this Remo Scandalized liner in a brown shade, and I'm going to tightline my eyes, and that means I am going to line on the top lash line. And for those of you who are kind of sensitive to pencils or liners, what I'm doing here is just blinking into the eyeliner because I think that's easier than trying to turn your eyes red and watery from all that lining. And then I'm just going to put on some mascara. I'm curling my eyelashes, and then I'm using the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara. And then we're done. So the last step is just lipstick. I'm gonna be using this NYX Black Label lipstick in BLL 182 Heather. So it's just a nice kind of neutral pink, and I'm just dabbing that on because I don't want too much color, just because in the photo she didn't look like she had much on. And then I'm just blotting it with tissue paper just to matte it out a little bit, because in the photo it looked more matte than kind of glossy. So yeah, that's the finished look, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, then make sure you subscribe, like, or comment down below what you want to see next time. Yeah, so that's it from me today. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!